What's going on, Guardians? Briar Rabbit here. Welcome to Shard It or Keep It, the series where I make an argument both for and against dismantling an item, and you make the decision. After an extended break, we are back with our first Crota's End raid weapon, Abyss Defiant. But first, let's look at the results from our previous episode where we make a decision for Light Beware. The Light Beware is a legendary fusion rifle that could be purchased from the Vanguard Quartermaster in pre-Dark Below Destiny. The gun features high impact, good range, and a decent charge rate. Arguments for dismantling this weapon included, it has been hit hard by the fusion rifle nerf in update 1.1.1. The role of fusion rifles in general seems to have been obscured by this patch. Because of the newly increased spread of fire, no longer can this gun help me keep shotgun users at bay in the Crucible, and frankly, that was its main use. It also has an attack value of only 300, so in PvE, it's rarely the best choice. Dark Below weapons are just going to do more damage in PvE than Light Beware. In favor of keeping Light Beware, I argued that it's a bit of a collector's item. It has not been available since the Dark Below was released, and we may never see it again. It's also a wizard-killing monster. Solar damage, high impact, good range, all of these things help it rapidly take out what can be one of the most challenging enemies in the game. So my arguments were made, and I left it up to you guys to vote in the comments. And once again, you guys were very passionate with your responses. Harvey Zimmerman says, keep it, as it does its job and it's super rare now that the DLC has been released. Alex Nicholas said Shard. Even though it is collectors, it is overshadowed by 331s, and how often will you use it against level 32 wizards? Also, until the Forge of the Gods Cabal DLC comes out, when will you use it against Phalanx? Again, scrap it, you bastard. Saul Spin says, this video made me hungry. In the end, this one wasn't even close. With a score of 37 to 58, Light Beware gets dismantled. Abyss Defiant is a legendary auto rifle earned by completing the hard mode of the Crota's End raid. Perks on this solar damage weapon include a choice between hipfire or focus fire, Lichbane to disorient wizards, and Hive Disruptor, which does additional damage against Hive Majors. It can be classified as a high rate of fire, low impact auto rifle, although its impact is higher than other auto rifles like Atheon's Epilogue and the Necrochasm. So why dismantle the Abyss Defiant? Once again, this weapon was crushed by update 1.1.1. In this patch, auto rifles received a massive nerf. They really reduced their usefulness in both PvP and PvE play. In PvP, the only reason to use this gun is for the novelty. With hipfire equipped, this weapon has a good time to kill of 1 second flat if every shot hits for critical. However, even with perfect balance equipped, this is fairly unlikely, making its actual time to kill much longer. And with the focus fire perk selected, forget it. The time to kill goes up to 1.45 seconds and a full 2 seconds if all shots land to the body. It's not that the weapon is a bad auto rifle in PvP play, it's not. Compared to other auto rifles, it's pretty good. It's when you compare it to the weapons outside of the auto rifle class that it just can't hold up. Auto rifles in general are just in a bad spot right now, and this one is no exception. In PvE, the same often holds true. Auto rifles, in general, just don't do the damage that they need to justify using them in a primary slot. Even in a Nightfall scenario where the solar burn should be a real benefit, it rarely sees use. This is primarily because the competition is so good. Other primary solar damage weapons include the Vision of Confluence and the Vex Mythoclast, making the Abyss Defiant seem like a second-tier choice. Okay, so why would I keep this rarely used pea shooter? Well, There is always a very real chance that auto rifles could make a comeback in Destiny. Most would agree that this weapon type was simply hit too hard by Bungie's latest round of weapon tuning. Even if a damage buff came just for PvE, this weapon would suddenly become much more useful. Fighting the Hive on a mission with plenty of wizards, Hive Disruptor and Lichbane are both very good perks. Lichbane's ability to disorient wizards makes these very annoying enemies much easier to deal with, and the solar damage disintegrates their shields very rapidly. Also, it's a hard mode raid weapon. The collector in me has a real hard time breaking up any set of raid weapons, and this one is no different. I don't think that the raid weapons will ever get upgraded attack stats similar to exotics, but having this in my vault as a trophy of killing Crota on hard mode does have some intrinsic value. So that's it. I have argued both for and against dismantling Abyss Defiant. Now it's up to you. In the comments below, cast your vote. Shard it or keep it. You decide. And in the next episode, I will act upon your recommendation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.